Welcome to another edition of Politics Done Right. I'm here with Perla Kohler. Perla, thank you so kindly for being with Politics Done Right.
Thank you for having me.
Perla Kohler, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm actually a disabled combat veteran. I served in Somalia piracy ops with NATO forces 2010. I am a local activist for all social justice issues. I would definitely believe firmly in solidarity. So not one issue is bigger than the other. I think we need to stand together, especially in these times. We need to be speaking out for our Black brothers and our Black sisters.
Now, Perla, you were in Somalia, so you know what lawlessness looks like. You know what it is for somebody to be able to take somebody else's lives with impunity without worrying about being taken to jail without paying a price, don't you?
Yes, that's correct. To see something like that going on, I mean, these people, and it's not like they're the bad guys or we're the bad guys. We always have like a different mentality. Being from different places and different environments give us a different like ideology. For the Somalians, half of them, I mean, they're born into like poverty, like complete destitute. They're destitute from the get-go. Half of them get malaria or some kind of life-threatening disease from the get-go. So they have no remedy but to do these type of things. I don't condone it, but I understand why they go and do these things. But going on further with there's no actual like hierarchy or any type of consequences on people, because as military, we're not allowed to shoot at anybody unless we're shot at first. So I don't understand how in my military experience, I couldn't shoot at anybody until I was shot at. But for policemen, we don't even have guns. They're not even like triggered I mean, these are little kids with a play gun that are being shot in broad daylight. These are people with a cell phone. These are people that are just sleeping. These are Black people just living normal lives for no type of threat other than being Black. I didn't know being Black was a crime. And that's what it seems to feel like right now in America.
Absolutely. So now, Perla, one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you is I'm trying to get a feel of what was occurring in Houston, which I think is representative of many other cities for the George Floyd rally, which I think you attended, right?
Yes, sir, correct.
Tell me a little bit about your experience there.
So the first one that we had, we were marching down to City Hall with the Black Lives Matter sponsored event. It was nice for the most part. We went up there, everyone was, I mean, it was a peaceful protest. The only thing that I really kind of saw was condescending cops, and I hate to say it, but it was most likely the Hispanic cops that were kind of like provoking the crowds, which I it feels horrible because I'm Mexican. I was born in Mexico, and see my people kind of be dismissive to something that is so like pertinent that's going in our communities that we have to speak out with. It's our God-given patriotic right to go and protest.
You just confused me a bit. The people that are aggrieved by cops in general are Black and brown, Latinos and Black folks specifically in Houston that are taken advantage of. You're telling me that what you saw from the Latino cops was a sort of condescension. Explain that a bit.
Yeah, so we were marching. I was walking with my fellow veteran, Navy veteran, Sean, and we had Black cops Hispanic cops just like waving at us, just kind of like, oh, okay, we're still here. You're not going to do anything. Try us. Like very condescending. Like they wanted a reason. They were trying to provoke us.
So they wanted you all to do something to bash you in.
Even like their riot gear was on. And after everything was said and done, when we walked back to Discovery Green, nothing happened. I mean, when we walked to City Hall, obviously there was like an encounter with somebody there. We did see 3 snipers on the top of the building to the side of us, to the right of City Hall.
Uh-huh.
Kind of, you know what I mean? This is the peaceful protest. What are you guys doing? Also, when we got back to Discovery Green, we kind of started walking alongside off the planned route that they had already. I almost got ran over with a fellow veteran because the cops started like running lights. They didn't put the sirens, but they put the lights on. Had my friend not grabbed me, I would have been run over in front of the George R. Brown.
So you're saying that the cops, in effect, were trying to provoke some sort of activity. At the same time, we had Acevedo, our police chief, come out there and try to play like he was a part of the system. Are you saying that that was just an act?
That was a show, definitely, because you're being controlled. Having a police officer among them, it's more like a control for them, if anything. If you really wanted to do something, Acevedo should have been talking about the 5 Black men and the 1 Hispanic man that were killed in the last month. That's what I want to see. I want to see some type of action, some kind of accountability for your cops. Don't just stand in there and smile and wave and give these cute little speeches on camera. Do what's right.
No, it's interesting because, again, a lot of people their thought process is that all these around the country, all these rallies, all these protests, all these riots are caused by just George Floyd, the killing, the maiming, the dehumanization of George Floyd. I think what you're telling me here is each of these cities can tell you stories of their encounters, the encounters of Black people and Latinos and others with police officers. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir. It's been 400 years of these oppressions that we've had. It went from slavery to Jim Crow laws to mass incarceration to still like the loophole in the 14th Amendment. Like it's continuing, and for these voices to be suppressed, the only reason, and I say this and I've said it before, the reasons that we weren't taking to the streets before is not that we had enough. It's the fact that we had the false illusion of some financial security. Now with how many millions unemployed, they forwent and forego the whole rent freezes. They're not taking care of their people. So these people are desperate right now. These people are so tired of watching their Black brothers, their Black sisters, everybody being killed without any type of accountability on the part of the police department. We're tired of the police policing the police and finding nothing, no convictions, no charges, nothing of the sorts. And I mean, how is it that being Black, going out in the communities, that's almost like a sentence to death? And then like the fact that people want to pretend like racism is in its existence, yet we had this white woman call on a Black man, the birder, and I believe in New York, to be like, oh, I'm gonna tell him you're threatening me. You're a white liberal. Even amongst our own people, we're getting killed. That's a death sentence if you say things like that. There is a possibility, and you're still gonna go and do that. What we need right now is some type of resolution. We don't need like these cops that are sitting down and meeting with us. No, we need you to start telling your cops to stop doing wrong, because even though we have cameras on y'all still go and kill us. You're still continuing to kill our people. You protect and serve us, but what are you doing? You're self-serving. You're a bunch of thugs with the union that's protecting people that should not be wearing a badge, people that should be arrested and in prison right now. Why are we protecting them? Why are we not protecting our communities? And I'm tired of that.
What do you hope going forward with the activism that you're doing with people of all ethnicities, races, creeds? What is the solution? How do we move forward?
Moving forward is, let's not pretend that there's not racism. I don't want to hear that I don't see color, because that's a damn lie. Because they're seeing it and they're shooting at it. So right now, one of the things I feel that would be, I think, in the right direction is to start organizing civilian resolution agencies regarding investigations upon cops. Police should not have the ability to police each other because they're protecting themselves. You want to talk about there's good cops and bad cops. Well, those good cops are allowing bad cops to do bad things. So if there's 1,000 great cops and 10 shitty cops, there's 1,010 bad cops, because no one's doing anything to correct that. So if there's no type of accountability, guess what? It's going to continue. We're going to have Black brothers and Black sisters and brown brothers and brown sisters all dying.
Perla Kohler, thank you so kindly for the interview. Thank you so kindly for what you're doing out there. Keep up the great work. And thank you for having served this country, unlike many of those who would be out there criticizing you. Thank you.
You have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
I'm Egberto Willies, host of Politics Done Right, an independent news program. I post several news videos of interest every day. I ask you so kindly to subscribe to my channel, and please leave me some comments. Thank you very much.